Right, that one's done. Sign it. Giles Whitehead. There you go. Many, many, many pieces of a puzzle to fit together. So what is this unspecified number of piece puzzle? It's an art project for the Music at Morning Festival. I've been an artist in West Malling for over 20 years, and I've been drawing at the festival for the past 3. It is an amazing event. When I go to the concerts, I try to loosen up, open my mind, and be free to draw in the way that the music suggests. When you're drawing a moving subject, it's obviously different from conventional life drawing, but it gives the potential to capture that energy and character of the musicians. I've drawn at almost all of the concerts over the last 3 years and have hundreds of sketches to show, and it's really time to start developing the ideas further. This year I'm working on a bigger display for St Mary's Church, and I'm developing the drawings into a series of paintings on wood that will fit together to make a larger composition. But how do you take all these sketches and turn it into something bigger? When I think of an orchestra, I think there are many elements that go together to create the enveloping dramatic piece of music. The orchestra coming together in a cohesive configuration that can move your emotions and take you into another world of colour and mood. The various elements change with every concert. With every concept, the idea that I will form a larger picture from many smaller ones. Bring the arrangement together in different compositions, beginning with surfaces, planes of wood to create my orchestra of panels. The process of the preparation isn't really seen, but it's there to bring depth and dimensions. The cutting of wood, the sanding, the gluing, the sealing, the priming, and then to make a mood of colours. My palette to make marks and textures, and then sanding them back and repainting the layers like layers of history. Early textures showing through underneath the translucent newer ones, and then to the more figurative shapes, to gradually pull it together, finding forms from the church and from the sketches of musicians. I have this idea of creating ghostly silhouettes, the musicians among the architecture, then more focused studies of specific people. But somehow they become too laboured and less expressive. Something is missing that was in the original drawings. I can't just recreate a sketch in paint, just as I try one thing that doesn't work and I paint over it again, and again, and again, and again, just scrub it out. And then you get precious about things. If there's a bit you like, just scrub it out, because it'll blind you from seeing the painting as a whole. But eventually, through exasperation, one begins to let go, and the paintings start to go the way you want them to. Then you have to ride that wave, and try not to fall off. There's various facets to the way I think, and straddle opposites like being serious and being light-hearted, being atmospheric and quirky. It's a tricky one to find a balance. Parallel to creating the artworks, I must also think about how it will be displayed. There was a particular piece of music by Rebecca Saunders performed by the Birmingham Contemporary Music Group, where the musicians were unusually spaced, creating this incredible sense of distance within the church. Picture it, the electric atmosphere, as we wait for the sounds to emerge, reflecting the dark, the strings on the faces like moonlight, the harps are the hands seeing the faces through the strings, looking through the arches, through the sound holes. If only I could translate that into an installation, arranging the art at different intervals, shapes and cutouts to look through, to see different configurations depending on where you stand. But I don't have the whole church to play with, and I don't want people to bang their heads on artworks while trying to find their seat. Grand ideas aren't always very practical. So I'm making furniture, a modest framework for the paintings to hang from. Until I start to position everything in the church, it's difficult to know the final impression, or how the light will change the mood of the final piece. But we can but see. The concerts are the main attraction. My humble artworks are mere embellishment.